clapping, tambourine slapping, whole church rocking, everybody shout. If you're asking me, I'll tell you it's a fact. It just don't get no better than that.
Well, welcome everyone. This is Southbound, and we are back for another edition of Southbound.live. If you want to follow us or see where we're going to be on tour, if we're in your city or close to you, it's Southbound.live. So you need to go check us out. Our website, our Facebook, Instagram, all those things are available to you, and we would love to see you on the road, or we'd love to come to your church as well. We're excited to be with you on another edition. I got my friend Seth Elby and Jody Brazelton. I'm Pastor Clint Brown. And, you know, guys, we've been traveling all across the country, and we've been pushing our first album, our first Southbound album, and three of our first singles, the first three singles we put out charted. All three of the first singles charted. Address Change, Notification, He's Got Away, and No Better Than That. And we are so excited. I don't know if the guys were ready for this, because this is a first time for us, but we are so excited because in just a few months, our brand new album is coming out. You don't want to miss it. It's entitled Lost and Found. And so I decided, since it's about to come out, we were going to let you in on a little bit of it and give you a taste of what's coming your way in the new album. So this song just simply says, I'm a member of the Lost and Found. Oh, yeah. I won't forget the night I stepped out of my pew. I walked down the aisle, my running days were through. I knelt at the altar just as I am, and I gave my life to the Father and left a brand new man. Now I'm a member of the lost and found. The Lord took his pen and wrote my name down. The man that I once was is not the same man now. Everything is better. He claimed me forever, a member of the lost and found. Well, they took me to the water If you're saved, if you believe in the blood of Jesus and it's washed you white as snow, you are a member of the lost and found. When you are saved, you don't stop there. The Bible says that Jesus even told Simon, after you are converted, strengthen your brother. You know, we are literally a mirror to the true light. Jesus said we're the light of the world, but it's because his light shines through us. So after you give your life to Jesus, it's time for you then to share that light with people that are in the darkness. And Jody sings this old song that we sang for years and years and years, and nobody sings it better, called Daystar Shine on me, and let your love shine through me in the night. Sing, Jody.
Daystar shine down on me. Let your love shine through me in the night. Oh, and lead me, Lord, I'll follow. Anywhere you open up the door. Show me what I've never seen before. Lord, I want to be your witness, 'cause you can take what's wrong and make it right. Every single time. Daystar shine down on me. Let your love shine through me in the night. Lord, I see your world, it's dying, wounded by the master of deceit. Oh, he's groping in the darkness, haunted by the years of past defeat. Oh, I love this right here. Oh, but then I see you standing near me, Lord, shining with compassion in your eyes. Jesus, shine down on. Let your love shine through me in the night. Oh, lead me, Lord, I'll follow. Anywhere you open up the door. Let shine through me. Be a lamp unto my feet. Be a light so I can see. So I can see. Daystar. Let it shine. Let it shine. Daystar. Daystar shine on me. Jesus shine down on me. Let your love shine through me in the night. Jesus shine on
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Southbound Live. And as a Southern Gospel group now, it's one thing to go out there and just work and work and work and hope you meet somebody that'll help you out and open a door and do something. It's very rare that you meet legends right off the top that not only help you out, but literally stretch forth their hand and open the door for you. And today we are so honored to be sitting here on this stage for Southbound Live. I never thought I'd say that, with a legend, 37 years as a promoter in Southern gospel music, started when he was 16 years old. He's now been 33 years as the senior pastor of Happy Gospel Church in Bradenton, Florida, with his lovely wife, Sally. I mean, this man is an award-winning promoter. He is recognized all over the world. He is co-host of the largest gospel gathering in the world, which is coming up very soon, the National Quartet Convention in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. He has done it all. He has seen it all, and we're here to find out about it all. And we are so honored to have none other than the legend, the man himself, Pastor Bill Bailey. Yeah. Welcome to
Thank you, Bishop.
Southbound Live. We are honored to have you, Pastor.
I'm going to take you with me all over the country just to introduce me everywhere.
Hey,
You're
I'm
so
with
kind.
You.
I hope half of what you said is true.
Well, you know what? You know how they used to say in the old town, the proof is in the pudding? It doesn't matter if I say it or not. I think people already realize it that know you, and especially the people that you minister to on a weekly basis, at your church. And, can I say this as a pastor? I want to say this. I go to churches all the time. I preached in every state now, except for South Dakota, North Dakota, something like that, and New Mexico.
Wow.
So I preached in every state. And I'll tell you what's hard to find sometimes. It's hard to find a church that when you walk inside, it matches the name that's on the outside. You go to a church that says freedom and nobody's
There's
free.
No free.
You go to a church that says worship center, nobody's worshiping. Praise tabernacle, nobody knows how to praise. But I have been, I've watched your ministry through the years. We've been friends, and I've seen your church, seen your ministry, and I'm going to tell you something. Happy Gospel Church, I'm going to tell you something. Brother, y'all live up to the name.
Well, we try to, Bishop. And, our church beginning was from a gospel singing group called the Happy Gospel Singers. And they started the church in 1974. They were a part-time gospel singing group. They sang on the weekends. They called them weekend warriors.
Yeah.
And they worked regular jobs during the week. And their kids started getting old enough to where they were concerned they weren't in a regular church on Sunday because they were off singing at everybody else's church. And so they said, we're going to start our own church. And so they used that name, Happy Gospel, to start the church. But it really was the name of their gospel singing group, and it is very unique. And you don't see that term used very often.
Yeah.
And all these years later, we still go by it.
And it's your people just reflect that. And I've known some of the people that attend your church, Pastor Martin.
Yes.
For over 35 years.
Yes.
They take on the personality of you and that ministry. It's a tremendous compliment.
He's my senior adult pastor.
Well,
and matter of fact, he'll be speaking next week while I'm at the Quartet Convention. So wonderful people, and because of that background historically, and because of what I do in gospel music, in addition to pastoring, the church itself and the congregation is automatically supportive of what we do. When you come to Happy Gospel, it's part of our vision. It's part of, there's no secret about it, in other words. And so we've been very blessed and fortunate to have a church family that believes in what we do, and they believe in the ministry of gospel music. Judah couldn't do that.
Right.
You couldn't do what you do if you didn't have that support base there at home. And so thank the Lord for that.
Amen. And I know that, and I'm going to say this, I don't know for sure, but it looks like it. It looks like you have a concert at your church about every Sunday night, or is that just at certain times of the year?
During the winter months when we are flooded with snowbirds, we kind of just started like a business with a soft opening because of the time of the year we're in now. But as the winter progresses, the fall, all of those people, when it gets cold in the north, people come to Florida.
That's
and that's our crowd, and they love the concerts. And not only do we have them at our church on those Sunday nights during the winter, but then also we hit many of those what I call snowbird pockets throughout Florida, where there's large groups of winter residents from the north. And many of them come to Florida knowing they're going to be able to go and see all their favorite groups because not only do the people want to come to Florida, but the gospel artists suddenly feel led of the Lord to come south in the winter.
Oh, yeah, I understand that too. And you know what, like when I look at it, I mean, it's not like you're just having some little people that sing gospel music stop on by. I mean, you've got Grammy Award winners. You've got a singing news artist of the year. You've got the top Southern gospel groups are singing at Happy Gospel on Sunday night during those winter months.
We've been very fortunate, Bishop, because of our testimony. Those groups want to come. They know they're going to sing to a lot of people. They know we take great care of them. And I believe in that, I believe that we should treat our people well. And when we do, it makes them want to come back. It makes them return your phone call.
That's right.
And we honor them, and as we honor them, God has honored what we've done, and it's been a wonderful thing.
Now let's just jump into this real quick, because this is Southbound Live, and if they turn me and you loose, we'll go to preaching and stuff. But it's a music program. 37 years. Of promoting gospel music. That means, in 37 years, you have watched such a progression happen in those years of many different things. But out of all those 37 years and being connected to that, what would you say sets Southern gospel, that genre, what sets it apart from other genres?
Well, being a pastor, we use all types of music in our worship service, praise and worship, hymns, Southern gospel. But I think if we were to define Southern gospel, one of the definitions would be it is a preachy music. In other words, praise and worship is primarily vertical, talking to God, but Southern gospel preaches a message pretty much in every song, and it's almost a testimony, expository message. It's a sermon. And other genres of Christian music may not necessarily do that. They have their strengths like worship, but in Southern gospel, when you're singing, there's power in the blood or address change notification, those are messages that preach distinctly during that song.
That's
and
good.
I would say that helps. Also, the chord structure, we used to say a lot of Southern gospel, not all of it, but a lot of Southern gospel is 3 chords and a cloud of dust. And that somewhat sets this musical genre apart as well.
Awesome.
Pastor Bill, I'm just wondering, if somebody's watching the show right now and they're looking to experience this type of music that you're talking about, what are some of the major events throughout the country and throughout the year that you would encourage them to attend?
Well, our largest event of the year for our ministry is the Winter Gospel Music Convention. It's held the first full week of February. This coming year, 2023, it'll be January the 28th through February 3rd. Southbound's there during that week. Whole host of artists, and you can get more information at BillBaileyConcerts.com about that event. I'm also part of the National Quartet Convention, which is the largest gathering of gospel music anywhere, and it's always held the last week of September each year, and so that's a huge event. Thirdly, I'm a part of a group called Abraham Productions that sponsors several events during the year. And one of the largest ones that we do is called the Singing in the Sun, and it's held in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina in April. And likewise, we also sponsor 40 days and 40 nights of gospel music at the Ark Encounter in northern Kentucky. You guys were there recently.
Yes.
It's a great event. So those are some events that you could go to and experience, kind of a smorgasbord buffet of different styles and different artists of Southern gospel music. But BillBaileyConcerts.com has our complete schedule, our road schedule of all of the dates that we do ourselves.
That's great.
Now, I got a question for you. Did I hear him correct? You started when you were 16?
16
So
years
now I got to
old.
ask you. I got a couple questions for you, so I'll just hit you with both of them, and you can answer both of them at the same time. What was it like in the beginning, okay, first, of promoting at 16? And also, I just wanted to know, like when you were 16, who was your favorite? I mean, Southern gospel that you were like, wow, that's my favorite. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to promote.
I grew up in a church background similar to you, Bishop, and really to all of you. And in my church background, our favorites, my personal favorites, were the Hensons, the Hempills, the Happy Goodmans, yes, you know, the Rambos, so forth. And so the first group the first concert I ever did was with the original Hensons. And it was during the era, it was about 2 years before they retired. They had just recorded an album which at that time was a little bit controversial. It had a song called The Original Superman.
Oh, yes.
And stylistically, it was quite progressive for the day. But the Hensons, they were incredible, and they were heroes of mine. Also, the Happy Goodmans, you know, I grew up watching them on television, and then I got to work with them quite a bit when the Gaither videos took off, and they kind of came back on the concert circuit. Those were some very special memories. But the Hensons were officially the first group that I booked when I was 16 years old, 1985.
Wow. And you know, we've got you here, and we, you know, this show is only a certain amount of time, so get ready. We're gonna have you back next week, because I've got some things that I really want to ask you about, if it's all right with you, if you'll hang in here with us. But one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about and ask you before we leave this broadcast is this. You know, when Southern gospel music goes out, and whenever it begins to reach through radio, through all of those things, what would you say as a promoter? What would you say is the best way for someone, because I know I grew up with it, if I'm an artist, how do I get into Southern gospel? Because you were a great help to us.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Bishop. You know, things are different now than they were 37 years ago when I was starting to promote. And aspiring artists, I would encourage you to sing every chance you get. And sing to the people, sing to them, not the crowd, but sing to the people. Same thing we tell our worship teams on Sunday morning. If you're struggling, just find that one or two people in that crowd that you feel that connection to and sing to them. And furthermore, every opportunity you get. And now through social media, although the concerts and the large crowds are important, you can sing to hundreds and thousands on social media with people all over the world. We couldn't do that 37 years ago. And many of today's, not just in gospel, but in the secular world, they've become overnight sensations and stars literally through social media. They didn't go through Hollywood or New York or some other
Nashville.
place. Literally, correct.
You know, really Southbound, we sat down at my house
Exactly.
and sang at the piano, and before we knew it, we had 150,000 views.
That's how it
and
happened.
getting calls from record labels in Nashville saying, are you guys interested? So, that's exactly what happened to us.
in many ways, you can bypass the quote system that was set up earlier,
Right.
and immediately have an audience.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you know what? We are about out of time on this edition of Southbound Live, but we thank you so much for being here, and you're going to stick around with us for the next show.
It'd be my honor.
Okay, so we got some real important things to ask you about, because I believe God is really doing something in Southern gospel music, and we're seeing it everywhere we go.
Bishop, I'm going to stick around even if I don't say anything else, just to hear you sing.
Well,
I love Southbound.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
I want you to know right now that if you are watching us and you need a touch from God, that's really why we're here, to bring you the gospel of Jesus Christ through song. Just like Pastor Bill just said, a song that we sing becomes a sermon that you can use in your life. So you know what? Don't keep it to yourself. Tonight, call somebody and tell them, man, you got to go back and watch this broadcast. Group called Southbound Live has one, and it touched my life. If it touched your life, testify about it and tell somebody else where we are and what time we're here. We'll see you next time right here on Southbound Live. We love you.